What's good, y'all? So, one question that I've been getting quite frequently lately is what it means to rest. And I think people are taking it the wrong way. It doesn't mean to be stagnant, it doesn't mean to do nothing. By rest, what we're supposed to be doing is not prioritizing anybody else's movements, not leading the charge for other communities because we all have lessons to learn here, like I said before. They have to learn to do for themselves what we've always done for them. And we have to learn to take that love that we pour out to other people and pour it into ourselves. And I mean that individually, as far as your household, and collectively, as a community. What we should be doing as far as steps, though, we should be stacking our money. Stop frivolous spending. There's no need for that. If you don't need it, don't buy it. Start pulling out cash. Don't have everything in the bank. Make sure you have cash on hand. That's important. Every time you get paid, I don't care how much you take out, even if it's $10, take something out and start stacking cash. If you have a big bank, get a credit union because he's going to go after the FDIC, which means that your money in a big bank won't have any protections and you don't want to end up losing everything you got. That's important. We should also be learning about holistic medicine. We should be learning to grow our own food. And it's really easy these days, y'all. You can get a hydroponic garden and grow stuff in your house. I do that. I have one myself, and I have a couple friends who do the same thing. It's about not being so reliant on the system. We've come to rely heavily on the system for other people to provide for us outside of our community, and we got to get back to that. And that's the thing. Black people are in such an interesting position because our status in this country hasn't changed. Not on a national level. We're still seen the same way. But we've gained access to certain things that makes us feel like, I don't know, it kind of gives us the illusion that things aren't as bad as they've always been, but they are. You can see that by the way people swoop in and create legislation that's meant to hurt us, or want to remove rights that's meant to hurt us, or disenfranchise us further. So we need to stop relying on these people to do that. Now, there is a risk in that because, with community building, even historically, anytime we've built ourselves up outside of them, they come to destroy it. So we have to factor that in as well. It doesn't mean don't do it. It means have provisions in place. And that's as much as I can say about that part. Tap into that Second Amendment if you don't do it. You're gonna have to. You need to do that. And teach your children too about safety and how to use it, all that type of shit. They need to know that as well. Because I promise you their kids do. And we don't know what's gonna happen. If you're somebody who wants to expat, start making the plans for it then. Come up with a timeline, figure out everything you need to do, start learning about where you want to go. But also remember that this mentality isn't just here. The same people that brought it here have taken it globally. So you're never going to fully escape that type of stuff. But if you can find somewhere where it's better, I fully support that. Do what you want to do. But for those of us who are planning to stay, we kind of have a different path to follow. Another thing is learning how to cook. Stop all that DoorDash and the shit. Learn how to cook. Keep the staples on hand. Keep water, get water filters, do all that shit. Everything you need to do to have clean water. Get a safety kit. And this is just stuff we should be doing anyway, y'all. I'm not fear mongering you. These are things that we should already do as responsible adults. And most importantly, quiet the noise. Don't engross yourself in this news and shit all day because it's a tactic to paralyze you in fear. That's why we're constantly bombarded with headlines that are meant to give us anxiety. Don't watch that shit all day. Block, unfollow, not interested, whatever you got to do that to keep your peace, and more than anything, y'all tap into your spirituality. Whatever it is that you do, I know everybody's different on that, do it because you're going to need to be heightened spiritually, and we should be anyway. And I think that's why we all felt that same call to sit back because there's so much work that we have to do. And read about your history, y'all. Learn your history because you draw so much strength from it and you learn so many lessons. Our people did what they did with limited knowledge and they got so much accomplished based on the things that were available to them. We have a lot more resources. They did a lot more with much less, so we can do a lot more than we're doing. We just have to do it, and we have to get out of digital spaces and actually meet with each other and trade favors, and get to know each other, and don't take advantage of each other. Don't oversell to your people or try to cash out on every single thing. If you can help somebody, just help them. You don't always have to get something back. We have to learn to share with each other in that way and take care of each other and feel like it's our obligation to do so, because I see a lot of us don't feel that way. But community is community for a reason. We're meant to rely on each other. So that's what we got to do. So I love y'all. And that's just what I wanted to say.